Good evening, everyone. I'm back and I'm so excited to have my special guest, Anna Marie Winfrey, on, originally Trowbridge, um, as a guest. And I'm just going to bring her on because I love her so much. Anna, how you
Hey,
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Just for those who don't know, Anna is a dear friend for almost our whole life. We went to school together in Missouri, and we were just talking. We're trying to remember the name of it. We did a duet act in high school for acting,
Right?
and it was thrown together at the last minute, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we had maybe a few days to like learn the lines and do it.
Like a week or two max.
Yeah,
Our instructor, our teacher said we need somebody to do a duet act. We don't have anybody doing a duet. Anna, you come here, right? And he handed us or we found it. I don't even remember.
I don't know
Uh,
it.
Tonight I met Harold Klunkenhammer, right?
Yeah,
Right? Is that the
yeah,
name of it?
something.
And it was about this young couple, a young boy and a young girl, and the boy, which I played, of course, was very shy,
Yeah,
and the girl was very amorous.
yes,
And so she was like all over me, like trying to hug me and get snuggled up and stuff. And I'm like really nervous and I don't know what to say. It was a hysterical duet act. Well,
was. And apparently we did a good job.
we like won in districts and ended up going to state, and then like we were at state competition and we just were like, okay, we have a trip, we're gonna enjoy this. We're not gonna win, nothing's gonna happen. They call us up on stage and people are being eliminated and we're still on stage and we're holding our hands and we're like, what's happening? Why are we still up here? We did not win, but we came in second place in the entire state of Missouri for duet acts that year. And we
And
were just like, we're like, what just happened? Like, because we threw it together. We had like 1 to 2 weeks to throw it together. It was so last minute, right?
yeah,
Yeah. One of our many fond memories of growing up together, but that's not why we're here. Of course, the reason we're here tonight is to talk about my new song release, Marry Me. Let me get it started here in the background. It's going to loop in the background while we're talking. And so I call out for Spectral members, my volunteer group that lends their voices to sing backups. Anna graciously volunteered, and then I sent her the project Merry Meet, and she thought, take it away.
oh my God. It's what I thought. What have I done? No, I always thought, oh, I could like, together. I was gently on and I don't sing, right?
The
Well,
music is kind of drowning you out, so if you have your speakers turned up loudly, you might want to turn it down or bring the mic closer. Go ahead and start over with your explanation.
okay. So, um, as is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying is I got all of the material and I looked at it and it was in Latin and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Because I've always thought I can sing. I'm not like, a songbird or anything, but I can make music come together. We were in choir together and I was in a band like in my adult life. So I thought, oh, this can't be too bad. And I was like, oh my, because it was in Latin. And it was a very different cadence than anything that I was used to. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of struggled in recording it, like over and over and over again. And I was like, this is terrible. Like this sounds terrible to me. So I sent it to you, and I was like, okay, look, I just want you to know I actually did it. You don't have to use it. It won't make me feel bad. But of course, you were able to use it, and I think you actually have some things where you could adjust where it needed to be adjusted. So I was really happy and proud to be part of the project. It came out beautifully. I mean, it is just a wonder to me. And everybody else who lent their voice to the project, it just everything blends so beautifully. I just love it. And
Thank
I'm
you,
glad
thank you.
I got
Yeah, I
part of it.
did. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, and I was glad to be a small part of it.
I I did get your recording, and it was absolutely usable. It is true that I can tweak things in the recording studio, but you weren't the only one, so don't feel alone at all.
Yeah,
But with the recording technology that we have today, we can adjust things. So if anybody out there is listening or watching the replay, and you've been thinking about, you know, joining the Spectral group, which I'll put up on the screen right now, alexianmusic.com/spectral, where you can volunteer your voice to be on a future recording of mine. Don't be afraid,
yeah, yeah.
right? And what did you use to record on?
Um, I am not positive. I think it might have been this microphone, but I had the phone in my hand with my earbuds so I could hear the music and not
Mhm.
record the music, and just recorded just my voice alone. And I think it might have been with this. That would make sense. But it was it could have also just been recorded on my phone. Um, it
A
just
lot of people did the recording on their phone, like directly on their phone. They played it back on their iPad and recorded on the phone, or vice versa, or used the computer in their phone, like it sounds like what you did.
yeah.
It's really, really easy to do. I promise
It was still
there
fun.
won't be any more Latin,
You promise, huh?
which is honor.
But I'm
Um,
still fun, and it was interesting. The fact that it was in Latin actually kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit, and that wasn't a bad thing.
it pushed me out of my comfort zone too. Like I've
Yeah,
explained on other lives this week, it came from a dream. I heard them like singing in Latin. I did not know what they were saying, and that is not what was, composed for the song. But I did make the decision that I wanted to reproduce Latin. And because there were so many people in my dream, like 1,000 people coming together for this ritual, um, it sounded like a choir,
yeah.
right? So I wanted a choir sound. And so then I thought, here we go.
Hmm.
Spectral, I hope you're ready. And here it comes. And of course, that was 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, it took a while to get everybody to get their parts into me. I think I threw everybody off with the Latin bit.
Yeah, and
Um,
for me, it was my first project with Spectral, and that's why I was like, "Oh my, what have I done?"
Well, to be honest, Spectral was new 4 years ago, and it was the first project, and it's been the only project so far because I've been trying to finish this project up before I go on to a next one that may use Spectral, right?
Yeah,
So I promise eventually we'll have another project come through Spectral, and it will not be in Latin. I promise.
you don't necessarily promise it won't be in Spanish or German or
Not that I know, but if my muse screams at me, you know, it
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah. That's all right.
Um,
We'll all. I'm sure everyone who enjoyed it and wants to do it again, which would do it again. You
yeah,
know, I would.
absolutely. Probably more people will do it now that they see the result of the first one. I
Yeah,
know a lot of people contemplated it and then they kind of backed out, and I think it was the Latin that scared them. But I really want to emphasize nobody needs to be afraid. Um, I can fix it even
yeah,
if it's really bad, which I didn't receive any recordings that were really bad.
yeah.
Um,
It's
just
nice
a
to say because I felt like mine was really bad.
no, 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 no. And it's really cool because all of the tones of everybody's timbre of their voices fit together and made this such a beautiful choir sound.
It
Um,
turned out amazing.
I will mention again, if you're a man and you're pagan and you like to sing, Spectral, por favor,
Yes.
please sing, because I really need men. I really, really need men. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I turned off the song because it was fading your mic out, but I'm going to go ahead and bring the song back up. Let's listen to just a bit of it, and I'm going to show the cover of the single as well at the same time. And that way we can get those two things at the same time. All right. So here is the new release. Oh, why is this doing this? Oh, okay. Here is the new release of Merry Meet. I'll play a little bit of it. Here we go.
Okay.
You might want to mute your mic.
All right, guys.
Hail Goddess, Merry Meet. Under the starry skies, let's hope we greet. We look into your eyes, with hope we sing, and worship at your feet. Hail Goddess, Merry Meet. Into your eyes, with hope we see, and worship at your feet. Hail Goddess, Merry Meet.
Este Beveloy.
We look into your eyes, joyful we sing, and worship at your feet. Hail Goddess, Merry Meet.
So that was a little snippet of the new song Merry Meet, and on the screen is the album, or rather single cover. This was taken in my backyard by my wonderful photographer Jason Clark from Hyena Head Photography here in the Orlando, Florida area. He's brilliant. He does all my photography and all my videography for my music videos as well. You can see me on the left there, and on the very right, kneeling down, is my husband, Victor, who's also in my coven. And the two youngsters in the middle are Leonora and her husband, Akela, who are also first-degree initiates in my coven. The lady playing the goddess is a third-degree initiate in my coven, who is Lady Ayana, a dear friend and incredible vocalist and dancer of her own right. And in this photo, she is like invoking that goddess energy and pushing it out into the photo. And then, of course, Jason had her backlit. So when the flash went off, it flashed from behind her and created this amazing glow. And
So ethereal.
it just came out so perfectly gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is there's this feature on, I have an Android phone. So on Android phone, when you search, all the way here is a little camera icon, which is called Google Lens, right? And what it allows you to do with Google Lens is to point your camera at anything and then hit search, and it searches the internet and it brings up similar objects. And when you point Google Lens at this photo, guess what comes up?
The goddess?
Jesus descending out of the clouds.
Oh my.
Picture after picture after picture. I'm like, yes, we hit it. So that was not intended, but it's so funny that Google is equating her descent, because she's floating in the air in this photo,
Yeah.
with Jesus, which is pretty cool. So anywho, the goddess energy is definitely in the photo. The goddess energy is definitely in you guys' voices, in the Spectral members. And you know, with the drums and everything that I composed and put together, it all just came together just perfectly.
It really did. It is so profoundly beautiful. Like, I mean, the level of, there's a different word than professionalism that I'm looking for here, but the level of like just where it's at, it's just beyond. It's not like, the expectation that I had is that it would be good. But this is like next level. It just amazed me. The outcome, the final outcome was just so like, just professional and perfect. I appreciate what you've done with it.
Well, I'm very blessed by all of you, and I couldn't have done it without you. I think that, you know, it's starting in a dream. My muses were definitely yelling at me, and it was definitely goddess inspired. So we birthed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is exclusively available for purchase and download on my website at alexianmusic.com/store for 99 cents. You can get the song for 99 cents for a limited time. After the first 100 people buy the song for 99 cents, the price is going up. So get it while you can at the lower price for 99 cents. I want to thank you so much, Anna, for coming tonight. Poor Anna is just getting over COVID.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm done as of like today, perhaps. So, but I want to thank you for having me, giving me this opportunity to come and talk about this. I really, even though I was a little anxious about what I had submitted, it turned out so beautifully. And I'm just really, now at this point, really proud to have been able to be a part of it. So thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Well, I love you lots. And
Love
there'll be more. There'll be more coming in the future.
Always be BFFs.
All right. Thank you again for coming. And I want to wish everybody a good rest of their week. And until next time, have a fabulous evening and a wonderful day.
Yep.
Blessed
Good
be.
night. All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.